Alright, real talk, real quick. I have no stake in this or like really care about it, but I do want to talk about this because I do think it's gonna set like a weird precedent for the future of like gaming subscription services and just like subscription services in general. Because what Microsoft or Xbox, whatever you want to say, is doing with Game Pass Ultimate is literally insane to me. Like, sure, they're adding some stuff to it, but they're also taking some stuff out. And it's like you're thinking you're adding value to it, but you're not. You're really devaluing it by doing that, and you're increasing the damn price to $30 a month, which is batshit insane to me. Like I can't believe that. When I heard that, I was like, what are they thinking? What? Why do they want this to happen? And I think the short answer is Microsoft just doesn't want Xbox to be a console anymore. Honestly, that's what I feel is going to happen. Eventually, like within the next 2 to 4 years, Xbox will be a brand. It will not be a console. I honestly believe that because look at where we're going here. There's TVs with built-in Xbox apps now that you can like sync up a controller to and just play stuff via Game Pass. Built in to TVs today. So if that doesn't tell you where Microsoft sees Xbox, I don't know what does. Not just that though, like all the other stuff they do, like canceling games, firing like studios, shutting down studios, all this other stuff. It's very indicative of like either the Xbox brand is bleeding money, which it is because they've acquired way too much shit over the past like few years and not made a decent return on it. Sure, they always say, "Oh, we're profitable. We're profitable. We made $1 billion in revenue." Then where's all that freaking money going, man? Where's it all going, Xbox? Where's it all going? What are you wiping Phil Spencer's like butt crack with it? Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, I don't get it. What incentive do people have to keep Game Pass Ultimate at this point? I guarantee you, a lot of people that are canceling are probably going to either go down a tier or just go away from Xbox in general. Because at least Nintendo and Sony, they haven't raised their subscription prices in a while. Sony has, but at least it's $80 a year, at least, for the year. Which is like stupid. I'll get into that in a second. What my big issue with online services and subscription stuff is in general, especially in the gaming sphere. But I'll get that in a second. But Nintendo, they haven't done any increase besides like game pricing with the variable game pricing shit. That shit's dumb, Nintendo. You're dumb for doing that. Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2 should not be a $70 game. I don't give a shit what kind of stuff you say you did to it, but you didn't do jack shit to those games that warrant it being $70. But whatever, Nintendo being Nintendo is them. But at least they didn't jack up their online prices. At least for their subscription service, which isn't very good. That's why they don't, because they know people will just do the cheapest tier if they don't give a shit about GameCube, N64, or Game Boy Advance. Which I do, but I don't think it's worth $50 a year. I really don't. It's almost to the point where it is, but for me, it's still not. I'm still satisfied with just having an online service when I want to play Nintendo stuff online, which I barely do, to be honest with you. So I don't even know why I pay for it at this point, because I really don't play Nintendo stuff online that much anymore. So I don't know. I might rethink that after this year ends, after like 2026's renewal. I might rethink like either just upgrading or just axing it in general because I don't really do much with Nintendo Online. So besides Mario Kart World and like F-Zero 99 and like getting the platinum coins, that's it. So like at least Nintendo does it right, but like Sony and Microsoft are kind of, especially Microsoft. Microsoft is just like, hey, let's see if this works. Obviously, it's not, but they haven't changed back yet. So obviously, they don't give a shit. They need the money. They need to recoup some of their lost revenue from like Call of Duty, basically killing Game Pass because no one bought actual Call of Duty. They just bought Game Pass because it's in Game Pass. That's why Call of Duty sales were like physically like and digitally so low probably. It's because it was in Game Pass. That's why it's not going to be in there anymore. It's because no one like bought it digitally. So I mean, I get why they're doing it to like, kind of like subsidize the income they lost, but that's your own dumbass decision, Microsoft. Like, what are you doing? Why make us pay for your fuck ups, man? Like, that's not right. That's like a doctor being like, oh, oops, I left a sponge inside you during the surgery. Oops, I'm not gonna fix it. You'll have to go to another surgeon that like 5 miles down the road to get taken out, even though I know I did it. That's literally what that's like. Like, oh, I made an oopsie. I can fix it, but I'm not. That's what Microsoft is doing. But I think that the whole industry itself is doing that too. Because if you think about it, and I could be misremembering things, but I think early on in the PlayStation 3 generation, I don't believe you had to pay to play online. I don't think you had to have PlayStation Plus to play online. I don't think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you did. Someone can correct me or corroborate with what I'm saying, but I'm pretty sure you didn't have to have PS Plus, which was great because for most of my PlayStation 3 time in the early days, I didn't have it until I had to. Because they were like, oh, you have to have PlayStation Plus to play online now. I'm like, oh, shit, all right, whatever. It is what it is, but like that's what I mean. Like, why is that a thing with console gaming? PC, you don't gotta worry about that. You just pay your internet service provider. There you go. You pay for internet. You have internet. You can play online with PC. But nope. With consoles, you have to have the minimum tier to play online. So, and Xbox wants you to have the ultimate tier so they can really milk you dry with that $300 some odd a year that you get from Game Pass Ultimate. So that's my biggest issue with gaming in general. It's just like you have to be subscribed to these services that you might not even freaking use. You know how many games I've downloaded via PS Plus since having it? How many ever years ago it was? Like 3. Sonic Colors Ultimate, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, and God of War, the reboot from PS4. That's it. 3 games in the past like years that I've had it. Never once did I download another game that looked interesting to me because to get the good games, you have to do the highest tier. And I'm not doing that. So, yeah, I have to pay $80 a year to play Mortal Kombat Online, Sparking Zero Online, Xenoverse Online, whatever I'm playing online on my PS5. I have to shell out $80 a year just so I can do it. And that's dumb to me. At least Nintendo, it's just like I said, it's like $20. Like, whatever. You shouldn't have to, especially with Nintendo, because that's just stupid. They're just taking $20 from you because they can. That's Nintendo tax for you right there. That's them saying, hey, you want to play Mario Kart online? Fork up $20 a year. If you don't, then have fun not playing online with your friends or your family. Because you're not going to. That's what that's like. And same thing with streaming services. With all these mergers happening and like all these like cutting ties and stuff with like HBO Max and Discovery and Warner and all that stuff. They're deleting stuff off Max. They're increasing prices on like YouTube Premium with some stuff, and or like different tiers. They have like less ads. They still have ads, just less ads. All these subscription services have tiers with ads and without ads. The without ads ones are like $20-$30 a year or whatever it is. I don't know because we don't pay for like the ones without ads, but you get my point. Like everything you have to pay to like get the best experience of, and like eventually, all these streaming services like HBO Max, all that stuff, are all going to be under one damn thing because it's all going to be bought out by one media conglomerate and be like, oh, you want to watch any kind of show, you have to pay $50 a month or something like that to get access to like whatever you want. Because let's say they have almost any show you can think of, but you have to pay $50 a month. That's a lot of money. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. The way things are going, from what I'm hearing with the industry, like media-wise and stuff, with this Skydance and Paramount merger and stuff, like, it's like multiple billions of dollars for a possible buyout, like tens to maybe hundreds of billions of dollars to buy this thing out. It's crazy because the amount of debt Warner's in and stuff. Like, just think about the giant merger that would happen if this goes through. It hasn't yet, but I know it's on the table. It's the same thing. That's what's going to happen in the video industry eventually. Eventually, Nintendo's going to be like, excuse me, my throat's getting dry because I'm getting so freaking invested in this. But eventually, I see the video industry just being like, oh, you wanna play games? Fork up $30 a year for streaming everything. For like Nintendo, they'll go streaming only. I think the first company to do that will be Xbox. Because it will be a brand, like I said, 2 to 4 years. But I could see the rest of the industry going that way too. I don't know for sure. I'm not like a video game analyst. But I could definitely see it. The way things are trending right now. So yeah, I just wanted to rant about this for a little bit. Like I said, the Microsoft thing doesn't really affect me too much. But I can still vent about this because I know it's got to piss people off. And like, it would piss me off if I was a fan of Xbox and had Ultimate. Yeah, typical corporate greed raising prices, but what are you going to do about it? Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys had a good Sunday. Thanks for watching, and this has been RollingWithKevin, and I'm rolling out. Peace. Thank you all for watching this video. If you did like it, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, click the bell button for all notifications so you get notified if I go live, post a video, post on my community page, or anything like that if YouTube does notify you. Sometimes it doesn't always do it, but hopefully it does for you guys. Anyway, thank you guys so much for supporting my Patreon. Shoutouts go to my patrons Sonny Silva, Catfish Cat, Lee Fernay, Team Dale, Elliot Scott, Mac and Dude, Preliab, Harry Fernandez, William Scott, AJ Gottawa, Oliver Frederick, Lynn Ernhorn, Marcus Malahi, Brianna, Nuclear Reactive Man, Rebecca H., Just Good Enough, Gorgon Koluskovic, Justin M. Daggins, Daniel Childs, Patrick Oliver, and Harold Huckabee. Thank you all so much. I really do appreciate it. If you do want to support the channel, it's only $1 a month. That's all I ask. It really does help with the channel a lot to keep this going. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And this has been RollingWithKevin. and I am rolling out.